approached the environment for the frontier or regionalism. The first group emphasizes human agency on the environment, the second looks at the influence of the environment. William Cronon has argued that Turner's famous 1893 essay was environmental history in an embryonic form. It emphasized the vast power of free land to attract and reshape settlers, making a transition from wilderness to civilization. 400. Journalist Samuel Lubell saw similarities between the frontier's Americanization of immigrants that Turner described and the social climbing by later immigrants in large cities as they moved to wealthier neighborhoods. He compared the effects of the railroad opening up western lands to urban transportation systems and the automobile, and western settlers' land hunger to poor city residents seeking social status. Just as the Republican Party benefited from support from old immigrant groups that settled on frontier farms, new urban immigrants formed an important part of the Democratic New Deal coalition that began with Franklin Delano Roosevelt's victory in the 1932 presidential election. 401. Since the 1960s. An active center is the History Department at the University of New Mexico, along with the University of New Mexico Press. Leading historians there include Gerald D. Nash, Donald C. Cutter, Richard N. Ellis, Richard A. Tulane, Margaret Conalsis, Paul Hutton, Virginia Scarf, and Samuel Truitt. The department has collaborated with other departments and emphasizes Southwestern regionalism, minorities in the Southwest, and historiography. 402. See also. General. The Oregon-California Trails Association preserves, protects and shares the histories of migrants who followed these trails westward. Indian Massacre, list of massacres of natives by whites and vice versa. March, territorial entity, medieval European term with some similarities. National Cowboy and Western Heritage Museum, Museum and Art Gallery, in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, housing one of the largest collections in the world of the Western, American.
Yes, so maybe read
Tom.
this.
Oregon-California Trails Association.
Try find, but have like 80 open. 80 web pages. That depends. No, that's only, that's too short. We'll not do that, but let's keep it open. Indian Massacre.
Tom.
That would have a lot of links. It could have a lot of links to other documents. List of Indian massacres. Yes, we need that, but that will take a half a day to read. That will be a lot of numbers and dates. We could do that. Yes, but let's finish this before my computer is crashing.
Cowboy, American Rodeo, and American Native Art, Artifacts, and Archival Materials. Rodeo, demonstration of cattle wrangling skills. Territories of the United States. The West as America. Timeline of the American Old West. Wanted poster, a poster, popular in mythic scenes of the West, let the public know of criminals whom authorities wish to apprehend. Western lifestyle. Wild West shows, a following of the Wild West shows of the American frontier. People. Gunfighter. List of American Old West outlaws, list of known outlaws and gunfighters of the American frontier popularly known as the Wild West. List of cowboys and cowgirls. List of Western lawmen, list of notable law enforcement officials of the American frontier. They occupied positions as sheriff, marshal, Texas Rangers, and others. Schoolmom, a female teacher that usually works in a one-room schoolhouse. Category gunslingers of the American Old West. Category lawmen of the American Old West. Category outlaws of the American Old West. Study. Desert Magazine. Journal of the West. True West Magazine. Western History Association. Literature. Chris Entz, author of historical non-fiction that documents the forgotten women of the Old West. Zane Grey, author of many popular novels on the Old West. Karl May, best-selling German writer of all time, noted chiefly for Wild West books set in the American West. Lauren Morgan Richards, author of Old West titles and the Goodbye Family series. Winnetou, American Indian hero of several novels written by Karl May. Games. Aces and Eights, Shattered Frontier, an award-winning alternate history Western role-playing gaming. Boot Hill, one of the early alternative RPGs from TSR and using a similar system to Dungeons and Dragons. Deadlands, an alternate history Western horror role-playing game. Dust Devils, a Western role-playing game modeled after Clint Eastwood films and Simuladica Westerns. The Red Dead series takes place in the days of the Wild West. List of Western computer and video games, a list of computer and video games patterned after Westerns. Explanatory notes. 1. For example, C. Delano.
Then we have 20 pages of references. We have recorded 1 hour 30 minutes, so the video splits in 10 minutes. We're not going to just like to scroll it down, because nobody is going to read this anyway. But that's 20 pages. That's page 51 to 73. That's references. Let's just spend a few minutes to scroll it through, and we have to stop to do like this. If anyone likes to watch it, they can need to stop the video. Yes, we have to scroll through like this, but that will take a few minutes because it's super long. But now I have 80 pages of 80 web browsers, but this all have 60 gigabyte of memory. But now I have to try to save all this PDF and update my read lists. But I will make a video about that when I finish this. I will make a new video called Read List PDF. That's a kind of update on my read list. Yes, I need a break from scrolling. 20, I need some cola. Now it's 11 a.m. and the sun have started shining outside, so now will be that was 27 or 28. Now the temperature will raise in my apartment the next few hours, probably to like 30 degrees. But I got water, I got lemonade, I have food, and I got my YouTube money today, $350, so I got a bit money. And I did pay my old mom what I own for. I got 3 pair of new shorts and food, and I give a little bit extra money for petrol. Yes, the petrol have raised a lot. That's cost like close soon $3. 1 liter of petrol costs soon $3. So my mom, she needs some money for the petrol when she go drive food and clothes and shop. When she do something like that for me, she would need some money for some liters of petrol. Yes, 10 liters of petrol, that's like $30. That's $30 soon. So if I give like $20 or $30 just for petrol, that's not much. But I'm living close to capital Copenhagen. I live in 15 kilometers. But just to drive to here and back, you maybe use 2 liters or more petrol. Just like 3 liters of petrol. Yes, that's like $10. $10 just drive to here and back and a little bit around. Could be like $10 to petrol. So that's like, I know, 500 references. But this PDF document, they're very high quality. I like it because we got many thousands, tens of thousands of very high skilled people all over the world sit writing to Wikipedia. Tens of thousands high educated, high skilled private people. So they got like 6.5 million. So this will keep grow and be better and better quality. So this further reading. Now we page 70. Yes, but that's probably that's a PDF they're going to update like many times every week. Primary sources. History. Yes, last edit 25 June. That's probably the one that somebody edit like every day. So let's close this. I have to write it down. American Frontiers. I have to write it down to my read again lists. And I have to start do a new read list. This 8. I have to save all this many PDF. I have 80 windows. I have all that kind, but I'll make a new video soon. Yes, that's my main read list. I have a read again list. Let's put it down there. I like to read this again. Soon, not in many years, but soon in some months. This American Frontier, I put it there, and I will close there. No, I'll keep it there, need it for the next video. So I'll start, take a break, then I will make a new video called read lists. I will take a short break. It's 11 PM. The sun has started shining. I will charge my camcorder. This is 28, more close to going 29 degrees. It's 28, going to 29. So I will upload this, and I like to read it again very soon.